Splendid day to be up and about one's business, quite, huh? Oh. I say, are you stuck?
No, no, just resting and thinking and humming to myself.
You, sir, are stuck. A wedged bear in a great tightness. In a word, irremovable. Now, obviously, this situation calls for an expert.
Somebody call for an excavation expert.
Brandon. Wake up. Really quick. Lift up your shoulders, scrunch them by your ears, and then release, relax your tongue. And scrunch it up again. And again, release, relax your tongue. Maybe you sway your head from side to side one more time. Squeezing your shoulders. This is hilarious. And relax your ears away. You notice how you feel? I certainly do. Okay. Now you're ready for the rest of whatever's happening next. I just wanted to pop in and talk about a breakthrough that I just had. So I've spent the last 10 years trying to become the best version of myself. I've cleaned up my habits. I've cleaned up my relationships with friends, family, everyone. I have completely transformed the way that I lived. And this has been painful. It's been confronting. There's still a lot of areas where, you know, the empty space I've created makes me uncomfortable when it comes to friendships as I'm trying to figure out how trust works. Okay? And so I was just having a moment where I was feeling so much doubt. Because on one hand, I'm so healthy. I'm so much happier. And there is so much abundance that's come into my life. But on the other hand, there's still that voice, that insecurity, those doubts. And then, let me bring you to what the breakthrough kind of was. Is I made this video where I said an opinion the other week or whatever. And it's my most viewed video on this account. And I remembered feeling nervous posting it because there are opinions that you can post that are not really that controversial. But I knew that this might ruffle feathers and might be annoying and whatever to some people. But I was like, whatever, I have something to say, and this really does bother me with the ethics of it. And it's totally okay if people disagree. I am open to that. And inevitably, people do disagree with it. But I thought to myself, especially since it is the most viewed video, and with other accounts I've noticed, and with relationships in real life, you have to say your opinion. You have to say what you think. You have to stand up, in many cases, for what you actually think. You have to say it. You have to show it. Otherwise, you'll be like I once was, where you're just so agreeable that it's almost like you don't really have a personality. You're not really an individual. You're not really a person. And so your opinions, none of it it's all gray area. You might have a lot of friends, but those friendships are super low quality. None of my needs in any of my relationships were getting met when I was constantly trying to just make everything cool with everyone, if that makes sense. So when I saw this, I was looking back at this video, right? Not even that big of a deal, but I noticed the numbers were so much higher than what I'd seen on here before. And then I had some back and forth with people, whatever. And I thought to myself, should I delete this? Is this really but then it's no, this is good. I never, in my wildest dreams in the past, I never would have said what I really thought if I thought if I would offend someone, And I mean that, because I know I've offended people when I didn't mean to a lot, but I knew I would offend people. But I don't want to delete it, because it's a reflection that of me now, to where sorry, my kids are playing outside, to where I'm a different person now. I fucking say what I think. That doesn't mean I'm always just dealing out opinions, but I'm saying, like, thank God I say what I think now. It's incredible. It's so freeing. It's so, like, my throat used to be constricted constantly. I feel so, like, it's okay to distinguish yourself from others. It's okay to be my own person and say what I think. And if people disagree, that's fine. Tell me what you think. If I'm wrong, tell me I'm wrong. That's fine. But, oh my God, I'm so proud of myself. And I just had to document it. I'm so proud of myself because there was a time when I just never would. So, yeah. So if you're in the same boat, I'm not saying go out there and, like, be ridiculous and offend people on purpose unless it's necessary. I'm just saying, like, I'm no longer afraid to say a measly little opinion for fear that it might bother someone. I'm a person. I'm not a gray area people pleaser, person who recedes into the background of what others want. I no longer have a million friends who don't actually care about me. Now I have a few people who I know the people in my life love me. And at least I can say that. And I'm more whole and I'm a person. Thank God. Yeah. This ASMR Reiki video seems to have caused quite a stir. I will say I was quite agitated that day, so I totally get all the backlash I'm getting from people who just enjoy it. I am a person who loves ASMR, and I also find Reiki to be very relaxing. I even have taken Reiki level 1, so my point was really just that it's unethical. You're supposed to ask permission by the rules, by the tradition of Reiki. You are supposed to ask people's permission, and so I felt that people were not respecting the practice. I also don't really think that, I think you can train your algorithm, but I don't really think that we have full control over it. How many of you actually have voluntarily been consuming Barbie content, and how much of that is media trying to reach? I think it's good to be a little bit critical.
Oh, millennial pause this, millennial style that. Can we talk about how slow they talk?
Let me tell you the tale of old internet, where we millennials would tune into the YouTubes in order to feel like we were connecting with other humans in what felt like real time, which does remind me of a story. Oh, I remember it like it was yesterday.
Oi, go, oi, more passion, more passion, more passion, more energy, more energy, more footwork, more footwork, more footwork, more passion, more energy, more energy. Oi, 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 easy now, just cool now, more footwork, give it to them, give it to them, give it to them, more footwork, more passion, more energy, go Abdul, more energy, more passion, more footwork. Hey, oi, 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 go on, oi, 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 oi. Give it to them, 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 give it to them. Oi, 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 oi.
Madonna Squat Challenge.